Late Shri Subhash Vora founded Kranti Industries in 1981 with one lathe machine. Prior to this, he worked in the transportation industry. However, in 1980, an accident resulted in the deaths of family members. This prompted him to change the business entirely. Shri Subhash Vora moved the company's focus to auto component production. The first 2 decades of expansion were modest and stable. They began in a small shed and then moved to a 2,500 square feet manufacturing facility in Pune. They were constantly upgrading technologies and were eager to stay a few steps ahead of the market. In 2001, they installed their first 5-axis VNC machine. Shri Subhash Vora spent months in Japan designing and obtaining the correct machine specifications. It was a huge step back then. The investment for that machine was around 10 times their current turnover.
We invested in a very high-tech machine for machining of differential case in the year 2000-2001. For processing this differential case, he explored for technology in Europe as well as Asia. And finally, with his technical inputs, a Japanese machine tool builder designed and developed a machine and special tools for processing this part. After successful trial, the machine was finally brought to India. The invest and risk taken at that time was very high. Just to tell you, it was approximately 10 times of our annual turnover at that period. This turned out to be a real turning point in the history of Kranti.
Shri Subhash Vora's sons Sachin and Sumit joined the firm in 2002 and 2003 respectively. They had both finished their engineering degrees. Kranti Industries grew quickly and expanded to a 40,000 square feet factory. Shri Subhash Vora died unexpectedly in June 2011. He was their guiding light. They had a massive void to fill.
Unfortunately, during construction phase in June 2011, my father passed away untimely. This was a huge loss for entire Kranti family. He was actively involved in the business. We both brothers were more into technical side of the business those days. His untimely demise raised some eyebrows and initially the stakeholders became skeptical. There was a lot of uncertainty around. The confidence of our customers, suppliers, employees were shaken. This was obvious and natural since late Shri Subhash Vora was single-headedly steering the business and operations of the Kranti.
Mr. Sachin and Mr. Sumit were just getting started in the company when they were hit with this massive loss. The next 3 to 4 years was some of the most difficult times for both of them. One of their largest clients, who contributed more than half of their revenue at the time, left. Employees formed a union and began making fresh demands. But both Mr. Sachin and Mr. Sumit resolved to stick together and maintain the course. They began to put everything back together by addressing one issue at a time. They bought Wonder Precision Private Limited in 2013, which allowed them to enter the commercial vehicle market. They also became the industry's first to enter into manufacturing of EV components. Kranti Industries was listed on the BSE's SME platform in February 2019.
We work very closely with our customer to understand their various new requirements and put our best efforts to get as close as possible. Driven by legacy of our visionary founder, late Shri Subhash Vora, we strategically focus on increasing our capacity, maximizing efficiency, and incorporating sustainability into our day-to-day operations.
The Vora family's entrepreneurial adventure is nothing short of a revolution. When they decided to change from the transportation business to car component manufacturing, there occurred a Kranti, a revolution in approach. Kranti was in their risk taking ability when they invested in a machine that cost 10 times their then revenue. They demonstrated the spirit of Kranti when both Mr. Sachin and Mr. Sumit had to fill the enormous void left by Shri Subhash Vora's unexpected death.